go over this nicotine test. Isn't she cute? She's my dog, Madison. Anyways, okay. Make sure that you have verified that the affidavit form has been filled out correctly and that they have printed their name and they've noted whether they are a non-nicotine user or a nicotine user. If they are admittedly a nicotine user, then you do not do the test. If they are not a nicotine user, you do the test. So the packet arrives, I've already opened it, but pretend you're going to open it in front of the participant. You're gonna take it out. You're gonna see these desiccant packets in there, just everything gets thrown out. You are gonna take off the pink cap. You are gonna take off this white cap. And you're gonna be left with the white sugar cube that's right up at the top. I call it that because it's gonna be as hard as rock or just like a sugar cube. These are the same kinds of things that I tell the participant. And what I need you to do is I need you to suck on this, bite on it, chew on it, whatever you'd like, but it needs to become soft throughout and just like a wet marshmallow. So you're going to have the participant do that, and then you're going to need to have them show you that it is indeed all the way floppy, gooey, and gross. And the way that I do that is I have them chew on it with their front teeth, just so I can see that they've actually achieved that. Next thing you're going to do is have them put it in their mouth all the way up to here. So you're going to have all of this part in the participant's mouth. Sticking out of their mouth will be this part. They can't just have it in their mouth like this because they're trying to get away with not having a positive nicotine test. That's not going to work. A mouth all the way down to there. After 3 minutes have passed, we'll have a timer on your desk for that. After that 3 minutes, you're going to want to take this lollipop thing and you're going to want to put it here into this pink screw-on thing. And you're screwing it on until, and I think I'm just going to have to pretend, but maybe I can do it. I don't know. You're going to need to have this pink thing line up with the arrow right there. Can you see it? It's right there. You are going to take this and you're going to put it in the basket and you're going to move on with the rest of your testing. While this is cooking, it takes 10 minutes. So my advice to you is that you start out first thing with just starting that nicotine test. Then you move on and you do your finger stick, because these two things, the finger stick and this, take the longest amount of time to process. So go ahead and do this, then do your finger stick, and then you kind of got a little time to move at a slower pace. At that point, you're going to be doing your blood pressure, and you're going to record your height and your weight and your abdominal girth. You're also going to do pulse and blood pressure. When you do your abdominal girth, please be mindful of the fact that you're going to want to pull out that tape measure in a way that it's not going click, 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 because every click of that means that it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we don't want a participant to be embarrassed because they have a waist size of 50 inches around. So just be mindful of that. You're also going to want to have that participant facing you so that as the participant, turns around and comes back to face you, you are the only two folks that can see the tape measure results. The other thing you're going to want to do is place it right in their belly button. I hand them that little tape measure plastic thing and I say, put this right on your navel. So they put it there, and you're going to want to have them turn around And as they're turning around, I always kind of feel where I'm having the tape measure go, because I don't want any belt buckles in there, and I don't want any bunchy sweaters, and I want to make sure that I am getting what I need. So you're going to be right at that navel line, and you're going to record it accordingly. As far as the weight goes, where's weight? Okay, as far as the weight goes, you're going to want to make sure that they have their shoes off. I'm sorry, not for, well, yeah, shoes off for height and shoes off for weight. Make sure that before the participant leaves, you have every single bit of information left here, on here that needs to be recorded. When the nicotine test is done, you're going to want to record either that tobacco test was negative, and you're going to have the client initial, or you're going to read it as positive, and the client is going to initial, or it's a self-admitted smoker, and they're going to initial there. If they come to you and they say they are exempt, these are the executives, and Crystal will write on their form that they are exempt, and you're going to want to have that person initial here. Okay, back to our tobacco test. So it's been 10 minutes. That timer's gone off. Here's what we do. We pick it up and we're going to read it. So, sorry, the top just came off. Okay. Down here is a great tool for you to use so you know if it's negative, positive, or invalid. If it is invalid, if there are no lines up here whatsoever, there is probably something wrong with this test. So if there's no lines, you're going to want to repeat the test. Okay, but going back to, as you can see, my results are negative. I have the cotinine in there, and I don't know why it's not stronger, but anyways, it's probably from the weed I smoked last week. But anyways, cotinine, the line is there. Even if it's faint, there's a line there. This next one is the control. So the control has to be there. Whether it's negative or positive, that control line has to be there. Because if it's not, and there's no other lines there, it is invalid. If you see two lines, it is negative. So it's counterintuitive to what you think, but if there are two lines, it's negative. If there is only one line, meaning just the control is there, that means that they are positive. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. This is the control. So you will always see that unless the test is negative. I'm sorry. If you see nothing, it is invalid. If you see that there is just one line, that is the control. That has to be there for every one. Then we go down to the cotinine. My test here is negative because I have the control and I have a line in the cotinine that says that it is negative. Two lines means it's negative. If I were to only have that control and nothing, no line in this cotinine, it would be positive for cotinine. Now you're going to have all these excuses from everyone. Oh, and by the way, you can just throw this away when you're done with it, and then I get a new one out and just put it in here. So the unwrapped one, so that it's all ready for the next participant. You're going to have everybody and their brother telling you, I don't smoke. I only had a cigar because I was at a groomsmen party. I believe I am a secondhand, I have these results because I'm a secondhand smoker. Or whatever the case may be. They lie, they lie, they lie, and they cheat. Okay, if that occurs, you're gonna wanna come and tell me about it. I will then instruct the participant about what's gonna go on. Thank you.